Testing. All right. There's no need to be sitting here for forever. We already did this once today. Shout out to y'all. I know there's a lot of people on. Happy Sunday night. I know there's a lot of people that are already on, but it is what it is. And if you're on the replay, that's all good in the hood with me. Make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. So when we were here earlier, I forget who it was that told me, excuse me, the name of somebody who had did a video on this way back when Kobe died. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gianna. I do remember when I was reading some of the nasty ass comments and the things that mainly women were saying, and Black women at that, about Kobe and his past and what happened and does he and cuz of and kinda and whatnot and everything, and all these excuses as to why a rich Black successful man would not leave all of his money to complete and utter strangers. Because at the end of the day, it's always about money. Money for loser ass people who don't have any. All they would do is pocket watch and wonder what somebody else is doing and be mad because somebody else is successful. Instead of doing something that makes you successful so that you can have money, especially since you are going around this bitch still. Sorry. My bad. Truth is, I'm tired though. But everything always comes down to money. For some people who say that they are so smart and got the most education and everything going on and help the whole daggone world do everything for every daggone body else, y'all certainly seem to be poor. Y'all certainly seem to be poor and doing a lot of pocket watching of people who aren't, which doesn't really make any sense. You're entitled to nothing. I'm not sure where everything got all screwed up. And this is from what, 5-6 years ago now? I don't know why people think that they're entitled to anything other than what the hell it is that they have earned. I don't even know if maybe they don't understand what the word earned means, but that means you went out and you worked for it. No one gave you anything. I'm over listening to people talk about how somebody owes them something. No one owes you anything. No one owes you crows anything. You owe yourself. You owe something to your children and you can't even get that done, child. Please, let's not talk about what's going on in Shreveport right now. I cannot do it today. I know, I'm aware, I cannot do it today. I can't do it today. I can't do it today. So this is why I'm doing this live stream, okay? Because again, whoever it was earlier, I apologize, gave me the title that I needed in order to find a couple of things. So I have a couple of videos. It's the only thing that we're looking at because as people, women mainly, are whining and complaining about the coverage of Ashlee Janae Robinson and have the nerve and the audacity to think that they control anything and anybody is worried about anything that they have to say, when the first thing that I always remember is y'all was making fun of Kobe Bryant's death. So I'm a little bit confused as to how y'all being hypocrites. Hypocrite, we must be taking that for the rest of 2026. Shout out to House of Hypocrites. I'd just be a little bit confused as to how it is that you think that you got something to say about this person when y'all had no problem being out here in these streets talking negatively about Kobe and his life when he died tragically in a plane crash with his child. Y'all, and I think 7 other people. So y'all don't even have any empathy or sympathy for his child or the 7 other people that died. So what you're saying is that anything goes unless you say that. See, I'm sensing a theme, and this is from like 5 or 6 years ago. So here's the thing. You people still think that you run something. You don't even run your own cells. You don't run your own lives. You don't run anything. You can't even get control of your own damn mouth or mind. You don't even know what it is that you're saying half of the daggone time. You control nothing. I thought you was the people that's talking about slavery and oppression and Jim Crow and things of that nature. And yet you want to be the same things that I just named. You don't run nobody. You don't run nothing. Be in charge of your life. Be in charge of what you do with you and your kids. Be in charge of the home that you pay for. Be in charge of you and your family if you happen to have one. Because since y'all hate men so much, I'd just be a little bit more confused as to why you care about a man that's deceased And he has a whole family because you hating because a whole man had a whole family and you couldn't get it. Let's be honest. That's the bottom line. The bottom line is that you couldn't get it. And honestly, when it comes to Ashlee and Joe, I guess you're mad that you couldn't get that either. So you can't get money here, you can't get money there, you can't get money anywhere. Shout out to Dr. Seuss. So it seems like the bottom line is you're just going to be pocket watching for the rest of your life, mad that you can't get something that maybe if you shut the hell up and did some listening or asked some questions, then maybe you could have it. But it's just much better to be a hating hoe everywhere about everybody else's pockets and what they have. I guess that's just easier, right? Okay, fine. So we just watched earlier the alleged friend, girly, bestie, I don't know what the hell she was, get up on this daggone tickety talk and talk about how nobody knows anything and everybody's being wrong and disrespectful and no one should be talking about Ashlee because nobody knows Ashlee like she do. And she's showing us a daggone message on Instagram that they shared with one another. Girl, why you not showing us a text from Android or iPhone? You're showing us something that we could use with each other, and I don't even know anybody outside of their screen name for the most part. But you think you want to get up here and tell somebody and then sit here and defend that man, talking about 2 seconds later, nobody knows anything. Oh, but you know to defend the white man. Shout out to the white people. Calm the fuck down. I'm not trying to hear y'all. Just listen and leer. Okay, just listen and leer. All right. So you can get up here real quick and absolve that daggone white man. Like I don't even know what to say. Like he's a genie in a bottle or something. He just gets straight up carte blanche. He ain't do nothing wrong from the gate. So you telling us that we don't know her, but then you telling us that you know him. And then 3 seconds later, you're saying that you never even met the man. You don't even know him, but you just know that he was the best and she loved him so much and they were the best couple ever and they had it all going on. And he was a successful white man. He was the best white man ever. But then y'all turn around, or actually from in the past, because this Kobe didn't happen after this, but y'all need some reminding, which is why we went over Kevin Samuels the other day. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. And now we're going to go over Kobe today. Rest in peace to Kobe and Gianna Bryant, because y'all are some of the most disrespectful hoes ever. And never ever wonder why you cannot get what you so want. Now, maybe not divestors, but the rest of you hating hoes know daggone well that you want these black men that you can't get because you don't know how to act. Let's go ahead and call a spade a spade. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to treat people. Who would want to be with somebody that's nasty and negative and miserable, similar to that woman who made that fake video, from what I understand, where the man was sleeping in the car? But then again, if you know he participated in it, he ain't ish either. So you want to act, you want to be like that. You want to try to embarrass your husband and put stuff up here on the internet and then be upset because somebody got to see it, and now you got to feel some sort of a way or whatever. Now you feel some sort of a way and try to blame everyone else because you don't know how to shut the hell up. Y'all can't keep business inside the home. Y'all could never be a part of the MOB. Y'all could never be a part of the MOB. Imagine if these hoes was a part of Scarface or what are some of those mob movies? What is the Godfather? You could never be a part of the Godfather because y'all can't shut the shit. You can't shut the shit for shit. The last thing they need is somebody running off at the mouth because they ain't got nothing else better to do and they worrying about what somebody said and did on the daggone internet instead of going home and worrying about what's going on in your house so you can go ahead and take care of your kids and put them to bed and keep them on a schedule and allow your husband to sit up there and cook and be thankful and grateful. Instead, y'all get mad at that. You gonna get mad at a whole ass man that's whole ass home taking care of all his damn kids and you still find a way to be mad. Child, I'm telling you, y'all, I understand SYSBM, gentlemen. I understand, child. I get it. I get it. Now, this is just the internet, though, y'all, because I'm telling you, in my life, I don't know people that act like this. I really don't. So I just always can only correlate this to the internet and internet hating hoes. Because I would never, ever in life know bitches that act and talk and think like this. I would never. But then again, I don't know a lot of women like that. So I guess that's how I protect my damn peace. Okay. But if this is what you be running into most of the damn time, according to Kofa, that's what he run into most of the damn time. I get it. You can't even reason with the unreasonable. Whose brain, I don't even know how that brain works. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Do as I say, not as I do. Child, if y'all don't take that where back there and shut the F up, let me go ahead and share the screen, because when I was looking for this, I found this article thing, blog. I don't know what the hell it is, child, but it said Beyond Black and White. And it said a divested woman's perspective on the deaths of Kobe and Gianna Bryant. Now, I can't tell if this was just done. Oh, no, this is 2020. That's right. January 27, 2020, which was only the day after, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. I know it happened in January, and I know that we went on lockdown in March. So I guess this is when this happened. So it says on Sunday, January 26th, Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna died with 7 others in a helicopter crash on their way to a basketball event. Most people reacted in disbelief as Bryant was only 41. Damn, only 41. And although we know death has no age target, it's still hard for most of us to comprehend it when someone so young dies. His daughter was only 13 years old. Let's keep that in mind, as everyone doesn't seem to have a problem. And I'm not trying to just regurgitate that shit with any teenager. I was thinking of Anton's daughter being brought up and being having something depicting her being sold. Everybody okay with that? That's fine. I got a problem with all of that, but to each his own. For the purpose of this article, it says essay in the Bryant marriage. For the purpose of this article and the audience, I feel the need to address the elephants in the room. In July 2003, Bryant was arrested for essay. So this is what this person thought was the best thing to bring up the day after he and his daughter died. Remember, Gail did this, from what I can remember, because it's coming back to me. I think it was Gail, one of the news programs, when they were reporting on his death, the first thing they wanted to bring up was SA charges. So this heifer here, Christian Monique, whoever that is, I'm sure she Black, thought that it was the most important thing to do the day after. Let's be clear, y'all, because when these heifers come through trying to talk about how dare you, you can come back with shut the shit, because this is what you biatches did the day after Kobe and his daughter died. The day after, here we are, an article. For the purpose of this article, let me start all over. In the audience, I feel the need to address the elephant in the room. So some Black biatch thought she needed to address the elephant in the room. She feels the need. Oh, you feel the need? Oh, you feel the need? I feel our need too, as we continue to discuss this Ashlee Robinson for the rest of this daggone week. I was going to transition y'all, but we can't do it, okay? In July of 2003, Bryant was arrested for essay of a hotel employee. She was 19 years old, and the case was dropped after she refused to testify against him. He later admitted to having an adulterous encounter with her and settled a civil suit out of court. So a basketball player cheated. News at 11. A basketball player cheated. That never happens, right? Or football, or baseball, or any other ball. Wow. That never happens. He also publicly apologized to her, but admitted, He later admitted to having an adulterous encounter with her and settled a civil suit out of court. He also publicly apologized to her, but admitted no guilt. Bryant's marriage survived the situation. I really think that's what's wrong with you hoes. You was mad that he survived, his marriage survived, that his wife decided to stay with him and work through it. But it was no different than when Hillary did it. What's the difference when Hillary did it? Who else did it? I know there's plenty of people, because they always sitting up there and with the person, or with the man, because it's usually the woman. Let's act like we don't know. It's usually the woman that sits there right next to her. Stand by your man, however that song go. Okay. but because it's Kobe Bryant, you know, oh my God. Beyonce, exactly. Lest we not forget that, or we just gonna act like Lemonade was just some album that came up out of her ass. Okay, I know that album front to freaking back. All right. It says, Bryant's marriage survived the situation. The second elephant and the relevance will become clear in the next section is that Bryant's wife is not a black woman. I want somebody to tell me in the Constitution where it says that black people got to marry each other. Bueller. I want somebody to tell me in the Constitution where it says, or any law that says that black people have to marry black people. Bueller. I want y'all to give me the section, the citation, and all of it. Okay, and send it to me, please, because we're gonna clearly have to do a live stream on that because I missed that. That's the second elephant in the room. Child, does she know what elephants are? I'm confused. The second elephant and the relevance will become clear in the next section is that Bryant's wife is not a black woman. Like many black male athletes, he chose to marry interracially. I do not know Vanessa Bryant's race, but she appears to be Latina. Oh, but for some reason, when black biatches get with white men, it's acceptable. And whatchamacallit's bestie, of which I have that queued and ready to come out later. So the hypocrisy. Here we go again with the hypocrisy. So the second elephant in the room is the fact that Kobe was married to Vanessa, which we all know. We all knew they'd have known each other for forever. Now it's a problem because he died and she gets the money. Now you got to be talking about he didn't marry a black woman. But when it's Venus, it's wonderful. When it's Serena, it's wonderful. When it's Kantanji, it's wonderful. When it's Kobe, how dare he? When it's Bronny James going to the prom, how dare he? Your hypocrisy is showing, bitches. Your hypocrisy is showing. This is why you get no play and you have such a hard time with everything, because nothing you do or say makes any sense unless it's something that allegedly benefits you. That's how selfish y'all are. That's how crazy y'all are. That's how hypocritical you are. And that's why you continue to have problems and people ain't trying to deal. That's why you continue to have problems and people are not interested in trying to deal with this dumb shit. Divestment equals callous. Everybody has their own definition of divestment, but on Facebook, it seems to mean black women walking away from concerning themselves with people who aren't willing to actively invest in black womanhood. What the hell does that even mean? What the hell does that even mean? Invest in black womanhood. Y'all just be making shit up that don't make no sense whatsoever. Your mama and your daddy should be investing in your womanhood. And then once you become a woman, you need to do it. And then once you get married, y'all need to do it. But y'all don't take that path. So I know you don't understand. Got it. Just making more shit up that don't make no daggone sense, that ain't got shit to do with shit, but y'all keep on doing it. You'll keep on failing. We'll keep on laughing. And you can't change that. You can't change what we're going to say, what I'm going to say, because clearly you're delusional. Your delusion is showing. Again, and this is back from 2020. I've seen posts from many of these women who call themselves divested that range from some variation of, oh, well, too bad, to he wasn't married to a black woman, so I don't care. So with that thought process, I'm sure there's people who don't care that Ashlee Robinson was engaged to a non-black man, so they don't care. We're just going to go ahead and switch out some names and see how you like it and do this reminder video. And I didn't even know about this daggone article, but it came right on time. Okay. Let me see. So she, meaning Ashlee, wasn't engaged to a black man, so I don't care. You see how that interchanges real quick? Because y'all seem to forget. Y'all seem to forget this shit. Y'all put this shit in writing. Y'all make these videos. Y'all put this out for the public. But that's okay because we know how to get shit done. We know how to find stuff. If we could deal with the Dewey Decimal Catalog system, then we can figure this out here on the internet. There have been a few, though not many, that specifically named the essay case as the reason for their lack of sympathy for his death. Oh, so nobody cared about the essays. That's basically what that sentence says. Nobody cares about the essay that was so, oh my God, look at what he did. He did essay. He did essay. He did essay. Because that's not what y'all usually care about any daggone way. That's why you keep little mesters in the daggone family over to the side and just be like, you know how he is. You know how he is. And don't care what the hell they're doing to any of these children or sometimes even adults. Because you're too scared to actually do something that actually will make a difference. But I digress. I am an essay survivor, so I get it. If I were to hear word that my rapist died, I wouldn't give a damn either. Well, that would make sense for the person who was allegedly actually raped. But if you weren't, then I don't understand why you care. Now, if you were raped by someone else, all right, I understand that you might feel some kind of a way. Fine, get it, got it, good. But I don't see how that means that you have to take all your anger out on him, his wife, his deceased child, and his living children. That don't make no sense. That's crazy. And the man wasn't convicted, but I'll give you a little bit of leeway. But leave it at that. But y'all don't know how to leave things anyway. Y'all got to burn shit to the ground, and you do not care who you take along with you. You don't care who the hell it is that you hurt. So why is it that you always then turn around talking about as a black woman? Well, let me tell you something. As a black woman, y'all could kiss my ass. I'm not interested in hearing none of that, and I want to make sure that those of us that ain't like y'all differentiate ourselves, because we ain't crazy. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm not crazy, but not crazy like this, because this is pure D insanity. This is pure D insanity. All for some famous person that you don't know, that you ain't never knew, that you would never know, that would never look at you, that would never choose you, that would never marry you or anything like that. And that's the part that I know that you can't stand. Child, you can't even get the regular smegular. So I don't know why y'all mad about freaking Kobe and who he chose to live his life with. He probably lived it with a woman who cared for him, who took care of him, who had his kids, who supported him, who was kind to him, who probably effed him whenever the hell he wanted to. Okay. Shout out to the dude from earlier. I forget his name over on TikTok. And she probably didn't weaponize shit against him. And she was probably a happy woman spending all that daggone money and still spending it today. Shout out to Vanessa. With that said, there's something that is interesting to me. If you're divested, arguably, you wouldn't care who he married. Correct. I may be wrong, but I was under the impression that divestment was supposed to offer a sense of freedom. And if the first thing you can think of when a man dies is who he didn't marry, that doesn't sound like freedom to me. It sounds like insanity to me, because again, if y'all can't stand men, you can't stand black men, and or you are divested or whatever child y'all call this shit, then I don't understand why any of y'all ever have anything to say about any of this mess, and yet you continue to over and over and over and over again. Why is that? Why is that? Mind the business that pays you, but I know you don't understand what that phrase means, clearly. But what I was most taken by was that the fact that a woman losing her child for several of the women on my timeline was not enough to engender even a minimal level of empathy. Yeah, let's talk about Gigi for a second, because that was her nickname, Gianna Bryant. Y'all don't care about these kids. How many times do I say that, child? If I had a dime every time. Y'all don't care about these kids. Y'all never cared about any of these kids, child. You don't even care about your own, so I'm not even surprised that you don't care about nobody else's. I don't care about y'all's kids. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. I don't give one damn about none of them. I told you, not another dime, not another book bag, not another pencil, not another turkey, not another present, not another Easter basket, none. Because you are ungrateful ingrates most of the daggone time. You want and expect free stuff all daggone time and refuse to do anything to help yourself. Complain when somebody tells you what to do in order to help yourself, and then be upset when somebody don't give you something, but you can't even give to your own self. But you take you take everything for you and don't give nothing to your own daggone kids, because you're selfish, because all you care about is yourself. All you think about is yourself. I don't even understand how y'all have kids and then turn around and then try to say some mess like this, right? Kobe Bryant never registered on my meter unless someone brought him up. I know nothing about his widow, but that's not but that she's not Black. Yet I'm able to relate to losing someone you love dearly. I am able to relate to thinking everything is fine and then being emotionally knocked off kilter by sudden devastating news. I am able to imagine the despair of losing a child. Even if I had nothing but bad things to say about Kobe Bryant, I could at least feel for the woman who is now and forever without her baby, meaning Kobe's mother. The best part is that if I didn't want to show that simple act of humanity for whatever reason, I could simply say nothing. Oh my God, that's a thought, but we know that's never going to happen. Divestment wasn't supposed to make us callous. Well, not only divestment, but there's swirling people, your straight people, just all Black biatches, and enough low testosterone men, let's not act like that's not true, who still feel the same daggone way, thinking that them running off at the mouth is going to make no difference about with regard to Ashlee Robinson. Okay. Shout out to John Smith. Thank you so much, Boo. He said, Sister Michonne. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate you. Let me go over here to this first one that's pretty short. And I think this is the one that you all first brought to my attention. It's cut to the Chase TV. It says Black women celebrated the death of Kobe Bryant because he married a Latina woman. How disgusting. How disgusting. You just mad because he would never choose you. It says, please, Black women, do not mourn over a Black man who won't be leaving his legacy and wealth behind to a Black wife or children. So his kids aren't Black? So his kids aren't Black? So if Cam happened to have kids with old boy, would they be Black? Oh yeah, he has kids with the nanny and then knocking his girlfriend allegedly between the washer and the dryer. Y'all can conveniently forget about that and absolve that, right? Okay. If that man's death, life, legacy, and wealth does not benefit you financially nor spiritually, even if you married a Black woman, it still wouldn't benefit y'all. Where do y'all get this stuff from? That money is that man's money. That money is that man's money. You still wouldn't get any of it. You still wouldn't be privy to any of it. Always pocket watching and ain't got nothing in your pockets, never ever. Stop crying over men and begging for the affection of men who never wanted you. Stay away from people like this. Y'all got to stay away from people like this. I'm not saying that you don't, but child, this is disgustingly crazy. It's disgustingly crazy. Stop crying over men and begging for the affection of men who never wanted you. In the peak of their success, they ain't buying us mansions and Birkins, so why even give a F about their death, existence, or anything of that matter? This is nice, though. Remember that as you see more videos about Ashlee Robinson, and then anybody can always come back and reference this video since it's more sooner or recent, and then go ahead and let them go ahead and listen to this. Did Kobe Bryant like dark-skinned women? Does it matter? Bueller. So y'all be complaining about colorism and then you be the colorist. Make that make sense. You complain about colorism and yet you participate in it. Half damn crazy. Half damn crazy. And why it gotta be a dark-skinned woman? Just because somebody is light-skinned, that don't make them any less Black than anyone else. You could be as dark as the fucking tar outside on the damn ground. You could be as light as the daggone sky. It doesn't make you not Black if you Black. That's how ignorant you are. That's how ignorant y'all are. You complain about colorism and then you participate in it on a daily fucking basis. Say I'm lying. Forgive me. Been tired. Been tired. This heifer says Kobe Bryant did nothing for Black people. And yet y'all was out there buying them damn shoes, buying them damn jerseys, going to those damn games and wherever the hell it is that the child, I don't know what he did other than that. I ain't even gonna lie. But no shortage of Black people who was out there supporting his ass, the Lakers, Cali, Lower Marion, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Philly. I think it's Lower Marion Township is where he was from. So in this case, his mom don't matter. In this case, his mama don't matter, yeah. Or his sisters, if he has any, or anybody else. They don't matter. The only thing they can focus on is Vanessa, because you're jealous bitches. You're jealous at the end of the day, because you could never. That's why y'all now going to Kendra G's show, wasting your damn time. Kobe Bryant did nothing for Black people. He's worth 600 million. Excuse me. He's worth 600 million and did absolutely nothing for the Black community the whole time he was here on earth. I will not be paying tribute to anybody who took care of another race of people and did nothing for his own. Ooh, let me rewrite this paragraph. Ashlee Robinson did nothing for Black people. She's worth approximately, from what I understand, $1 million and did absolutely nothing for the Black community the whole time she was here on earth. I will not be paying tribute to anybody who took care of another race of people and did nothing for her own. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just opposite. But for some reason, y'all think that somebody's supposed to have all this care for her, but then supposed to be upset with Kobe. No. Kobe gonna be known forever. You will never be known. Kobe will be known forever and you will never be known. Just like MJ will be known forever and you biatches will never be known ever. This heifer, or maybe it's a dude, Evelyn Jr., of course, in ABCD. I don't give a F about Kobe Bryant because he didn't care about Black women. He died in a helicopter with nothing but white folks. Good, he took them devils with him. Shout out to the colored community. Let me rephrase it now. I don't give a F about Ashlee Robinson because she didn't care about Black men. She died in Africa with nothing, with nothing, not even with her good white man next to her, beside her, or near her at the end of the day.
This is amazing.
And at this point, I don't think she took anybody with her, but she out of here.
Thanks for the tip.
And that ain't got nothing to do with me having anything against this woman, because like I said, I don't believe that she self-deleted either. But because the ignorant want to be ignorant, we could go to the ground with the ignorancy. We can go to the ground with the ignorancy. Because I just want to make sure that we remind y'all of who you actually are while you out here with all this fake bullshit sisterhood shit. You don't even like each other. You participate in the colorism that you say that you don't like. You're out here mad at famous people because they leave in their legacies after an untimely death to their Black children. You be the first ones to talk about if they got any amount of percentage of Black in them, then they're Black. Now all of a sudden the kids ain't Black. Let's just take Vanessa out of it for a second. Now all of a sudden the kids ain't Black and they're female. Pause, Michonne. Pause. Let me go ahead for a second and talk about the feminism aspect of this. So I thought y'all was for women. It's all about women who run the world, girls, who run the world, girls. Oh yeah, you just conveniently forget that all of his children are female. So do you care about women or not? Are you feminist or not? Or you just a feminist when you feel like it and a feminist when you don't feel like it? Like a lot of people here up on this YouTube who shall remain nameless, who out here trying to act like they're feminist and they for women, but you're hanging out with niggas who don't give a fuck about women, who talk shit about women. I'm gonna leave that alone. So you biatches don't care about women either. You just love to cause chaos. That's what it's about. That's what I've been saying. It's to cause dissension and chaos and to get you sassy straights all riled up. I promise you that's what it's about more than anything. Anything to make you seem crazy, emotional, get you upset, get you riled up. That's what they take pleasure in. Imagine being so, what is the word? Miserable. Imagine being so miserable that the only thing that makes you happy is making other people miserable. This is what Kevin Samuels proved every night. Rest in peace to the Godfather. This is what Kevin Samuels proved every night. Maybe you should smile. Smile. You would think somebody said that you need to go and take something and stick it in your heart or something. Smile. Well, maybe you could get some better outcomes. That's okay. You could keep following that funky ass show, the Kendra Gilliam show, whatever it's called. Singles on. You keep following that clown show. and look like the clowns that you really are. And the only people that's going to be offended by this are those that it applies to. And I know it's plenty of y'all that's hating hoes that's listening, because I know you can't stand to be away from things that don't do you well, that you don't like. Why is that? That's another thing that y'all should look into. So you're fake feminists at the end of the day. You really don't give a damn about Black people. You certainly don't give a damn about Black females, definitely not Black female children. Who do you give a damn about? Because you don't give a damn about yourself. You don't give a damn about your kids. You don't give a damn about men. Help me understand who the hell it is that you give a damn about, where you think that somebody should be listening to your asses. These are all the reasons why, even though I already knew not to listen to y'all, because child, I don't need none of y'all crazy ass people that ain't got shit that compares to what the fuck I have to be listening to. Who the hell follows y'all? Crazy people. People who like to be led. People who don't know no better. People who don't use their brain. People who can't do the real research. People who listen to blogs. People who listen to just CNN and MSNBC. Child, even people who just listen to Fox or any of the other channels. Y'all don't even get different opinions. You just like hearing what it is that you like to hear. You get your information from freaking TikTok. A bunch of biatches who ain't got the sense that God gave them. A bunch of liberals who got all different colored hair and piercings all over their damn face and body. And y'all think that's somebody you should be listening to. Y'all keep listening to white women, liberal white women who don't want shit to do with y'all. You still continue to do it, and you fall on your face over and over and over again. God knows you never apologize, because you never think that you do anything wrong. Who the hell want to deal with somebody that think that they're perfect and they never do anything wrong whilst doing everything wrong while they're sitting up there acting like they don't do anything wrong? How much sense does that make? That's okay. We get in there, like Anton says, and I said that. Shout out to the original man. Thank you, honey. He said another case of divestment gone wrong. Kobe's gone. They celebrate it. This chick gets on a live. They outraged at us not giving a F. Don't nobody care about what them people think, because they still gonna be the same miserable ass people that ain't got shit the next time that somebody is deceased, and then they're gonna be sitting up here whining and complaining and still saying that white is right. Shout out to the white people. Calm the fuck down. Just calm down and just listen, okay? Like we just watched Ashlee's alleged friend sit there and cover off on that man. Straight cover off on that man. You cannot win with these people, y'all. You cannot win with these crazy ass people. So why bother? Even though I know you know, why even bother? Any sign of any foolish craziness like this, be done with it. I said that. I meant that. Original man, thank you, boo. He said smoke for Kobe, none for Ashlee. Not surprised. I am pointing out the hypocrisy, and it's here for anybody that needs to show improve for future. Let's listen to it.
It's Audrey App with this breaking news. Variety can confirm that basketball legend Kobe Bryant has died in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California.
And he's still a legend, regardless of how much y'all hate the fact that you can't have none of his money. He's still going to be no more than any of you hating hoes.
This occurred Sunday morning. TMZ was the first to report this news.
You know, what is Black women getting from birthing Black males? Kobe Bryant is a prime example. What did Kobe Bryant's Black mother got for birthing him? Nothing. She got nothing. She went through 9 months of her life, you know, making him and then birthing him into the world to have him turn around and kick her in the ass for some Latina chick for his wife.
Shout out to Kobe's wife. Shout out to Vanessa. I love Vanessa. I love Vanessa. I've been following her ever since Kobe died, and she's been the epitome of grace. She's been a great person. She out here. Let me rephrase. She over here caring for her friends, because some of her friends are like Lala and people like that. And then she caring for them kids, making her kids her only and first priority. She's still carrying on her husband's name and making sure that people don't forget, even though they won't forget, because like they said, he is a legend. He will never be forgotten, but these hating hoes will be forgotten real quick.
All right, let's just cut to the chase. There's a small demographic of Black women that's celebrating the death of Kobe Bryant, rejoicing in his demise, and are being very loud and vocal about not mourning his death, not caring about his death. And you ask them the reason why they have that attitude, and they'll tell you things like this. Kobe Bryant didn't have a Black family. Kobe Bryant didn't care about Black people. When Kobe Bryant died, his wealth went to his wife and not the Black community. And I got a rebuttal for all that. It's simple. Did you do your part? You see, you guys sit on the internet and you talk about Kobe Bryant not having a black family. But my only question is, do you have a black family?
No. Let me just insert. Ashlee Robinson, did she have a black family? Did Ashlee Janae Robinson have a black family, Bueller? And Quality Guy, I appreciate you for saying this. What has Don Lemon done for the community? What black woman did he marry? Oh, my bad. What black man did he get married? Oh, my bad. You ain't got no problem with that. List the names of all of the hypocritical people that they support who are with white people and rich. But all of a sudden, it's okay for them to talk about Kobe and his non-black wife. But these are the same people that will get with liberal white women and try to get them to help them with their daggone cause. And then continue to fall for the same okie doke over and over and over again. And now expect something in return for the bullshit and think that they got some control. Whatever it is that you say, insert Ashlee Robinson. And this is no disrespect against Ashlee Robinson, but these people won't shut the entire F up. Hating hoes gonna hate and hoe. And we're gonna go ahead and point it out. Your hypocrisy is showing yet again. Don Lemon don't do nothing for y'all. Don Lemon ain't never gonna marry a black woman. Don Lemon don't even go home to a black man. Don Lemon, who you big up, who is married, I think he's married, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, to the white man that was waiting there for him when he got arrested. And when he got let out, that white man was waiting right there for him. Y'all don't have no problems with that. Y'all don't have no problems with that. Why are you upset with Kobe? Because he's letting his Hispanic wife and his black children have the money that he accumulated for them. Imagine if you got your own man who accumulated something for you. Oh yeah, that's never going to happen because no one can stand you because of your attitude and the way that you act and the way that you think that you run the world, and you run absolutely nothing. Please go ahead and make sure that Cam gets on up there to be running for the Democratic Party. Because I promise you, it'll be another loss. I promise you it will be. If Hillary couldn't do it, you fools, she ain't gonna do it. That's it. That's all. Shout out to Chris. Thank you, honey. Says, so now even childbirth is a transaction with moms and kids. Yes. Everything is transactional when you're a hating hoe. That's why it's appropriate to call these people hoes, because everything is about money at the end of the day. Money that they're never going to get from a significant other because they can't be kind or normal enough in order to obtain a significant other. Or they'll get into relationships with people that don't make much sense and then be upset when they ain't the rich person that they thought they were and they never was going to be rich. But then think that they can say something about some of us talking about what's going on with regard to Africa, and then talk about that it's disrespectful. Is this respect that we just read? Was that respect that we just read? Again, like Quality Guy said, y'all love Don Lemon. What's he doing for the black community? Who's he leaving his money to? His white husband? Y'all okay with that? Kantanji, who's she leaving her money to? Her white husband? Y'all okay with that? Claudia said, what has Oprah done for the Blakes? What has Oprah done for the Blakes? Anybody, Bueller? Oh yeah, she got shows where Michelle Obama is up there telling y'all that y'all need to do better. Remember that? We just saw that two days ago. Another ABCD. Try and mess around with all the white men he possibly can. Y'all still go watch his movie. Y'all mad at him 1 second for the way he portrays black women, but y'all continue to support. I ain't got nothing against Tyler Perry. I don't watch most of his shit anyway because it's all repetitive. It's bad acting and it's just stupid shit. Same shit over and over and over again. But y'all like depressive shit. And then you go and support him. Then you mad about how he portrays women. But y'all don't seem to have a problem with him allegedly trying to get at, what's his name? Now he being sued. And he's on the boat a few months after that with another white man. Y'all ain't got no problem with that? Just because he's down there in the ATL, y'all ain't got no problem with that. Your hypocrisy is showing. All right, I'm just saying. Oh, they don't like Clarence Thomas, because if it's a black man with a white woman, that is the worst thing in the world. That is the worst thing in the world. It's hypocritical, because that's really what the problem is. It's when it's a black man with anyone that's not black woman, but a black woman can be with whoever the hell it is that she wants to be, especially if they're white. I agree with y'all on that, okay? You better take this down and record it, yeah, because you probably won't hear me say it again. But let's not act like we ain't synced it. The hypocrisy of the hating hoes is showing, and that's why we now have this nice live stream that everyone can refer back to show and prove how they degraded and was disgusting with regard to Kobe Bryant's untimely death and his daughter. Don't forget that, and his daughter, and Byron Donalds. Donalds can't stand him because he's married to a white person. Oh, and he's Republican, of course, which is absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. So it's only, notice the pattern here, okay? Clarence Thomas and Byron Donalds. But they love Meghan Markle. I think that's what you're saying. Meghan Markle, who married into royalty, even though they kind of disowned her. I didn't even know that woman was black till they got married. I know she was on that show. My husband used to watch it. I ain't watch it. I didn't know that woman was black. She wasn't trying to play black. Y'all ain't got no problem with that. When she was on that show, I forget what it's called, because I didn't watch it. It was just on when I just listened to it while he was watching it because it was on. That woman wasn't even black on that damn show. Y'all ain't got no problem with that because she's allegedly black. So y'all think that you're gonna marry a prince? You're not. You're not. You're just going to be sitting there pocket watching like you do now. I don't think they really care about Charles Barkley, but I think he has a white woman too, right? Yeah. Original man, rules for thee, black men, but not for me, black women. Double standards are real. Hypocrisy. I call it hypocrisy for sure, for sure. But let me let the video play. Shout out to Cutthroat. I think cut to the point, I think.
Did you raise your kids intact? Are you still raising a black family?
No.
I'm not talking about you being a baby mama or getting pregnant by Lil Jeff, Pookie, Ray Ray, Long Leg Jimmy and them. No. Did you meet a well-to-do brother, tie the knot, and raise your family together?
Nope.
If the answer is no, I'm gonna have to ask you to be quiet.
Please.
The next thing they say is Kobe Bryant didn't bring any wealth to the black community. And my rebuttal is simple. Did you do your part?
Nope.
Did you bring any wealth to the black community?
Nope.
Did you build anything?
Nope.
If the answer is no, I'm gonna have to ask you to be quiet. The next thing they say is, I'm not mourning the death of Kobe Bryant because he didn't have a black wife. Ladies, you got to put yourself in a position to date a man like Kobe Bryant. You got to put yourself in a position to date any man of means. You can't be living in the projects, can't be living in Section 8, can't be living in a low-income environment talking about they ain't checking for me, talking about they didn't want me. Yes, I love black love. Yes, I would have preferred for Kobe Bryant to marry a black woman. But if he's happy, I'm happy. I really don't care too much about that. And when you think about Kobe Bryant, I look at image. He's actually a positive image for black men.
They don't know what image means. That means you would have to actually go into the dictionary and look it up. They would rather follow rappers who are in court talking about, even though I robbed you, I'm going to say that you shouldn't have told on me. Child, that mess and those people, while sitting up here talking about free Pooh Shiesty, and it's wrong that Gucci Man told. Now, again, that's some shit I don't understand because that's some ghetto bullshit, but all of it sounds like shit. That's what the community, the culture supports and big ups, instead of Kobe Bryant, who died tragically, along with his daughter, and you want to come out disparaging his death, but now y'all got some sense of what somebody shouldn't do. Fuck all the way off. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying. Forgive me, Lord. Shout out to John Smith. Thank you, boo. And what has Cam done for the black community, other than locking up innocent black men? That can be overlooked. Because they're so desperate to have some sort of symbolism and have an alleged, because that woman is not black woman as president, because the only thing that the black community cares about is symbolism. They don't care about tangibles. They don't care about actual things. That's why we lead in stupid shit and at the bottom of the list that don't make daggone sense, except it makes sense because so many people are so pussy, forgive me, Lord, and they won't fight for anything because they need to wait for a group to get them to do something. They can't do anything for themselves. They have to do it as a group, which is why you now have the I Hate Anton sector, because none of them bums could do it on their own. They couldn't do it on their own. They had to wait until the catalyst of January the 13th happened, and then a bunch of people started talking about them, so they just jumped on that train. Some of those people then had gripes against that man for years and had to wait until this mess happened in order for them to get their gripes out. Looking crazy. That's typically how it is in the community. They can't do nothing on their own because they're too scared, because they're scared of failure. Imagine all the people who have tried to open businesses. That's the part that they don't understand about money and about business. If you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to do something, the odds are that you will not be successful the first time. Foolish people who don't have any sense of anything and are stupid think that you're supposed to be successful the very first time that you do anything, especially when it comes to business. That's why when people get some stupid ass hair business done, or they do allegedly cosmetology out of their homes, and they get about $1,000, $5,000, they think they done made it, and then they don't want to do no work or put up these stupid ass rules, and then they ruin their daggone chances and they stay in the daggone hood. Trust me, I've listened to all these stupid ass stories from my daughters over the years, and it's like, clearly they don't know nothing about business. Ain't nobody trying to help them. They ain't never gonna get nowhere, but y'all keep going to them just because they do good hair. I don't give a damn about none of that. It's not even worth the stress. But y'all, that's a whole different live stream. But the point is that y'all don't know nothing about money. Y'all don't know nothing about business. Y'all think that just because somebody allegedly may file for bankruptcy, because then they try to say that about Donald Trump all the time, it's a part of the freaking tax code. So if it's something that I think it's part of taxes, but if it's something that you can do legally, especially when you have a business, that's the point of putting stuff in a business's name. But y'all so silly that you won't even look into that type of shit. You won't even study what it is that you're trying to do. You won't even look into business. You won't even go to school to take a class about business so that you can understand money, accounting, and how these types of things work. You would rather just listen to people on TikTok or listen to the daggone blogs, never get the shit right, never get anywhere, and then turn around and try to say it's the white man's fault. Nah, sis, it will be your fault as a hating hoe. Instead of doing something that takes care of you and yours and enhances your business, you would rather blame someone else. You know, white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. Interesting how you can always find a way to absolve any black woman that gets with anyone that is not a black man, but somehow, some way, it's always a problem when a black man gets with someone that is not a black woman. You're never going to see any of these people's type of money ever, never, no way. Keep doing the same thing that you're doing over and over and over, continue to fail over and over and over, and continue to blame someone else, and keep following rolling in the crew, because I know that helps you stay there, because they're not trying to help y'all with nothing. They're not trying to teach y'all nothing. Not trying to give you anything that's actually going to help you. You're not looking for it. Hence the reason why the community stays where it is and will be worth zero come 2053. But I digress.
Me has a stereotype of being deadbeats, lazy, not working hard. Kobe Bryant was the polar opposite. He worked hard on his craft. He was very involved in his children's life. And from the outside, he looked like a totally great father. Kobe Bryant is what every man aspires to be. So for him to die horrific like that, and for people just to come out and openly say they're not supporting him, they don't care. If you feel that way, just be quiet. We don't need to hear it. We don't need to see videos. Because I'm starting to think you guys just do it for attention. And it's not most black women. It's not all black women. It's just a small percentage of black women that I have to address in this video.
He's so nice. It's enough of them bitches that's up here on this daggone internet, still up here going on Kendra G's show, going over there to Ashlee show or Pop the Balloon or any other show, because they can't stand y'all, but they always looking for what y'all are doing, who you're doing it with, and then got something to say. Controlling absolutely nothing.
That's it. So this is not an indictment on black women, because I love them. Most of them have common sense. It was more than his death as well. But anyway, that's how I feel about this, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. Share this video.
Shout out to Cut to the Chase. Is that what it is? Yeah, Cut to the Chase TV. Shout out to him. 145,000 here on the tube. Yeah, I'm trying, Jean Lee. I'm trying, girl. I'm trying. Nicole said, did anyone mention how Tina Turner had a white spouse and husband when she died? No, because that's acceptable. That's acceptable. Shout out to Tina Turner. Rest in peace to her. Because these people have no sense whatsoever. It's just say whatever, whenever, just to go out here and cause chaos and get people all riled up and upset. And they still losers, and it's never going to change. If it's you, it's you. But like I said, is this what y'all going to do? Cool. Just insert Ashlee's name in wherever, whoever it is that they complaining about. In this case, is Kobe. So let me go over here to excuse me. This is there's another video with Donovan Sharp. I haven't seen him twice today. This is crazy. This is Why Are Black Women Mad at Kobe Bryant? And it says, Would It Do podcast here on the tube with 3,700 subscribers. And I'm going to speed this one up. Let's take a listen, child.
Wow. Someone has sent me a video and I'm watching it. Then I saw this article and I just had to say something. I just could not say nothing. Lola Americana, excuse me. Please, black women, do not mourn over a black man who won't be leaving his legacy and wealth behind to a black wife or children. Just by that line alone, she's saying, oh, you only wanted his money. You only want to be with him because of his fame. That man's death, life, legacy, and wealth does not benefit you financially nor spiritually. Don't throw no spiritually crap up in there, because you didn't want, whatever. Stop crying over men and begging for the affection of men who never wanted you. How you know Kobe never wanted a black woman? Did you ask him? He just got with someone that he was attracted to, that he wanted to marry. How you know he never had a black girlfriend? Whatever.
I know he went to the prom with Brandy. Brandy allegedly got around. We didn't even ever get to her and Wanye's story. Her parents dropped her off. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that, of course. Her parents dropped her off, basically. But I digress.
In the peak of their success, they ain't buying us mansions and Birkins. So why even give a fuck about their death?
Y'all ain't even buying yourselves Birkins, and you never will. And you never will.
Or anything of that matter. How about you go buy your own mansion in Birkin? See, women love.
They can't even rent an apartment. You talking about going to buy? That was cute. Whoever this is, I forget. That was cute. They can't even rent. They can't even buy a home, let alone buy a mansion, child. Please.
They claim they don't need a man for nothing. Well, look at that. They ain't buying us this. How about you buy your own? Since you don't need a man for it, you buy your own. Jennifer Turks. She said, Kobe Bryant did nothing for black people. How you know that? He was always in the community in LA, helping underprivileged people. Even in his hometown of Philadelphia. He was always. Hell, look at his daughter's basketball team. Yeah.
He's nice. You cannot reason with the unreasonable. There's nothing that I feel like I got to prove to these people except for showing how they're hypocrites, and how anybody that's trying to say that we need to not, or we as the content creators not talk about this Ashlee Robinson story, they can kiss my ass. Sorry, y'all.
Worth $600 million and did absolutely nothing for the black community the whole time he was here on Earth. I would not be paying tribute to anybody who took care of another race of people and did nothing for his own. So, Miss Jennifer Turks, you are so so uneducated on all the stuff that Kobe Bryant has done for black people. I can't read the name of this last one, or excuse me, the one on the bottom left. But did Kobe like dark-skinned women? It's like, why? Okay, I'm gonna get to that question in a minute.
Well, only a darkie would be upset about that, child. Now, I don't know if I'm dark or not, and I really don't rightly care what anybody thinks. I know I'm not light bright, but only darkies would be worried about that. Y'all got your own set of problems like the rest of us don't have our own set of problems. The question is, are you going to solve your problems, or are you going to bask in the ambience? Clearly, y'all like to bask in the ambience, so bask away.
Evelyn Jr.
My question is, did Ashlee like dark-skinned men? Did Ashlee Robinson like dark-skinned men? Bueller? I mean, since y'all asking about Kobe, did Ashlee like dark-skinned men? Child, did she like light-skinned men is the question too. Did she like any black men? She's not gonna leave any of that money to any black man. How dare she? Y'all still naming Alice Walker. Alice Walker. Child, I tell you, it's amazing how y'all can forget about all these people, but you worrying about Kobe and where his money is going. It's going to his wife, a title that most of y'all will never know. His wife. How about that?
If I said that right, I don't give a fuck about Kobe Bryant because he didn't care about black women. Again, how do you know that? He didn't care about black women. He died in a helicopter with nothing but white folks. Good, he took them devils with him. But see, y'all want racism to end, but you're continuing the racism.
They don't want racism to end. These are the same people that complain about racism on a daily basis from 6 years ago and then talk about how Donald Trump is racist. Y'all love it. Y'all like it and love racism. Please stop this bullshit right now. You're racist and you're racist against black people. You're racist against white people. You're racist against all people. And it's typically black women. I said that. I meant that. And I'm a black woman. Now, that's not what I believe, but I just think that all white people are racist. Now, what you gonna do? Avoid them like the plague, child, even if that means you got to be dodging people when you out in the streets, okay? No? Oh, yeah, because you're hating hoes. That's the bottom line. Hating hoes. Stacey Dash, we know they don't like her because she was over on Fox. Let's not forget that. And Halle Berry, yeah, both of her kids is by like Italians, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about Halle Berry? No problem. And then thinking of the other Halle who had the baby with the DDG person, y'all didn't like him. So in other words, when people say the angry black woman, they're actually accurate. When people say the angry black woman, never, ever get confused as to why, because it doesn't matter what it is. You're just miserable and angry at all times, no matter what the situation is. No matter what the situation is. Zendaya, didn't she just marry a white man? Y'all ain't got no problem with that? Of course you don't. And child, my question would be, why do you even like Zendaya? She light, bright, and damn near white. How come y'all like her? I think y'all like her because she's light, bright. No shade against her. I ain't got no problem with Zendaya. Child, I don't even know what the hell she do. Honestly, I don't. Interesting how this works. Eve. Y'all love Eve and her white man. You hated when she was with Stevie J, if y'all even paid attention. I don't think you knew anything until after it was all
You know that this is all black women.
My bad. You ain't know nothing.
First of all,
You ain't know nothing until it was all over. Diana Ross, we know you ain't had no problem with the ball. Shout out to the Lady Di. Y'all, we know y'all ain't had no problem. It just seems to be specifically, it only seems to be when it's black men that y'all can't stand. Sounding like a lot of standing to me, child.
why does it matter to you if he was with a non-black woman? Why do you care so much? And let's just say he did get with a black woman. It ain't with you, so why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? It ain't with you. And if you look up the things that were going on in his life with his family, that's what deterred him away from black women, because of his mom and his dad.
Ooh. Didn't want to hear that.
People don't think about the root of the problem.
Nope.
And then another thing, why are y'all so upset? Black men don't get upset when a black woman is with a non-black man. We don't get upset.
Tell it.
Say, hey, cool, that's you.
Tell
And
it.
I know this from my personal experiences. I was with several non-black women, lost those relationships because of black women. It's like, seriously? Why is that a huge deal to y'all? I really want to know. But y'all will turn around and get with a non-black man and be okay and expect for nobody not to have anything to say. But you,
Because miserable people, misery loves company. That's what it is, y'all. Misery loves company. No news, thank you for this reference. How many times do I say these people, in order to get their financial lives together, is to, I say 3 people, Dave, Susie, Melody. You're right. Melody is married to George Lucas. Y'all ain't got no problem with that. Y'all won't go to her to find out anything about money and finance, but you don't have anything to say about the fact that she's married to a white man, a very successful white man. I wonder if white people are sitting around somewhere with all these references that y'all have saying, oh, when they die, they not going to give that money to the white community. Child, when they die, how we going to get that money back to the white community? And imagine them saying that. Y'all would have a damn fit. Y'all would have a damn fit. Crazies, y'all. Delusional.
get with but a black man, will get with a non-black woman and the earth is just crashing down on him. Black women just attacking him. I.e. Gayle King. Had a bunch of negative shit to say about Kobe Bryant. But see, here's the thing. Nobody had nothing to say about it when he was alive. Nobody, came out and put these tweets out and talk bad about Kobe while he was alive. You wait till he's gone.
Punks.
Now, it's like another month or so. It's going to be 1 year anniversary of his passing. Well, I don't want to say the word anniversary, but 1 year of it since he passed. I'll say in about another month. I know it's early February when the news broke.
Late January.
So I do want to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter. I don't know his daughter's name. And rest in peace to all the other people that was on that plane as well. Now, how you know that, why did you ask Kobe why he got with a non-black woman? Or why he got with that specific woman, Here's the thing. Kobe even said it, came out and said it.
We can see why he got with Vanessa. She wasn't out here twerking all over the place. I'm going to say that. Nicole said the guy from Insecure, I forget his name too, had to turn off his comments after he posted his wedding photos of his white wife. I just know his name was Lawrence on the show. Why would Lawrence have to do that? Why would Lawrence have to do that? I feel like she may have been Swedish. He has a right to marry whoever he wants to. Just like all the black women that y'all don't have a problem with. See, we already knew that these people was just talking shit because they're so bothered about the fact on what black men do, but won't do anything won't do anything to be normal in order to be with them. So they self-sabotage, then blame others. Your hypocrisy is showing you hating hoes. You ain't never gonna see no money like that because you're too busy hating. You're miserable. You are angry black women. We don't give a shit about angry black women around here. Yes, Jay Ellis, thank y'all. We don't give a shit about angry black women who be angry but be lying about being angry when it's clear and obvious. Mad and jealous, jealousy and anger. And now you think you're gonna spout some rules after this? After this? No. Ain't nobody listening to y'all anyway. You hold no weight around here. You hold no weight anywhere. That's why you're too busy on the internet trying to tell strangers what to do because you hold no weight nowhere. Mark said that he liked her because that was her real hair. That probably was it. It's probably because she was beautiful. She was pleasant. She was supportive. She clearly didn't mind effing that ass. Okay. All them damn kids that they had. She probably kept a nice home. She probably ensured that everybody that was working for them did what they were supposed to do. She probably made his life easier. She supported him. What do they say? Spoke something into him. I don't know what it is. Not smoke, but you know what I mean. Spoke life into him. That's crazy stuff that they be saying. I'm sure she did all that. I'm sure he felt appreciated. I'm sure he felt loved. I'm sure he felt cherished. I'm just saying, y'all don't know how to do that. That's why you keep losing. That's why you watching Kendra G. That's why you're labeled as angry black women. Thank you, Mark. And she was submissive. See, that's the thing that you don't seem to understand and get is that you don't have to talk about 50-50 when you get with someone who's about something because you get it all because you put it all together. That's why I never understood that conversation about 50-50. What are y'all, roommates? Just go live with a roommate then. If that's how you run and shit, just go live with a roommate then. But I digress.
He felt closer to her because Kobe himself did not really get along with his parents, and she did not really get along with her parents, and that's what brought them together and more closer. After they met, they had that kind of mutual thing going on in their lives, individual lives. I don't want to say relationship, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know, both of them had that thing going on with their parents, and that's what brought them closer together. So the thing is,
so the question is, what the heck do you angry black women be having in common with the people that you allow to run up in you and then you become single baby moms? Then you get out here and say it shouldn't matter. What do y'all have in common with them? Hot in the ass? That's about it, probably. Because he's absolutely right. When you get with someone, it's usually because you bond over something that you both have in common. What do you have in common with them people that you had kids with that left you, Bueller, or that you ran away? Whichever one it is. What did y'all have in common? Just hot in the ass? What was it? Because y'all don't be getting to know each other. I already know. Before y'all have kids and all of a sudden y'all hate each other and you can't stay together and then you ruin another child's life. You don't even try to get to know nobody. You won't even try to do anything, but then sit up here and start bragging about you the most educated. And where does that get you? Still at the bottom of all these damn lists and the top of dumbass lists and still losing. You're losers. You're angry, you're black, and you're losers. That's what it is. And to think that you hold some weight some damn where, weigh your kids. Weigh your kids. How about that? Get them together and then think that you can say something. Rachel Lindsay, Bachelorette, rushed to go marry that damn man. And I said, because I watched that one, why are you going for this man? She chose 2 white men in the end. So then none of them Negroes, y'all ain't got a problem with that, do you? Oh yeah, now you got a problem with the fact that she has to pay him. Shout out for the courts for making her pay. She should pay. She should pay. She should pay. Halle Berry, Ephraim just said Halle Berry, she should pay. Mary J. Blige should pay. Yeah, they should pay. They got all this money. They sitting up here probably listening to people like Yall, which is mistake number one. Then they was allegedly not smart enough to get something into place. Halle didn't even I don't think she married either of those people that she had kids by. No shade against Halle Berry. She beautiful. She got a black man now. She married David Justice. Look where that got her. But y'all didn't mind when she was getting with those Italians, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Halle. Because that one from that movie, he fine, okay? She could pull him for sure, for sure. Y'all ain't got no problem with that. Oh, again, it's just a problem when they got to pay. Nah, they should pay. Pay them men. Pay them men that's taking care of those kids. Pay them men that's taking care of those kids.
The reason why I played that video in the beginning, Eddie Griffin, you know, the comedian, he said it. I watched a lot of his stuff growing up. And he said it. He's been married to 3 black women. He's now married to a Korean lady. And he said, sorry, black women, you had your chance. But duh. People will get tired of certain things, especially as black men. We see how we get treated by black women. And then we notice how we don't get treated that way with non-black women. Of course. Duh. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me how black women are so pissed off. And this one lady, Lola Americana, if I said that, I don't know what. Yeah, all these names are dumb, but whatever. He ain't buying us mansions and Birkins. Why don't you buy your own self a mansion and Birkins? Do what you got to do to get there. But unfortunately, you want to live off of the man. And I want to live off of his wealth. Like this other lady, Jennifer.
How you gonna live off a man you don't even like him?
Turks. She looked it up and see how much Kobe Bryant was worth and said he's worth $600 million. Why don't you go there and get that? He did it. You could do it. Just black women love to say they don't need a man for nothing. They can go and get their own. They independent. I remember that in the early 2000s. Women claiming how independent and strong they are. So what happened? And Evelyn Jr., she's just sitting over here being racist and a motherfucker. Good, you took those devils with. I'm like, really? You don't say shit like that on somebody's death.
Oh, black women do. Black women do. Angry black women losing in life, they do. Thinking they run shit, they do. Absolutely. Absolutely. Skinny, what's the Tyler Perry show? That's not Tyler Perry, that's Scandal. I love that show. I ain't gonna lie, I love that show. That's Scandal. That was on ABC. I didn't even like it because it was a black woman and a white man. It just was a good show. If they liked it for that reason, they crazy. It was so much more to it than just that. But, you know, with people who hate racism but are racist, you know, no sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever. And if they did turn on Travis Kelce, because congratulations to Travis and Child. What is her name? Child the singer, Taylor Swift. Shout out to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. He said he was done with you black biatches. He was like, I was just there for a good time, not a long time, and made her pay for everything, and she was willing to do that. Isn't that what happened, y'all? He said that they was she said she had to pay for everything. So you came out here and told the world that? It seems to be a running theme, child. This seems to be a running theme. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. But somehow, some way, let's just go ahead and insert Ashlee into that, because remember what we read was Ashlee booked the hotel and he was listed as a companion. They don't like to listen to words and understand. That means she paid for it. That means she put that trip together, probably because he really didn't have shit. But there's no way that you can come out here as a black divester, as Madame Noir said about her, and say that that white man didn't have any money. So you pretend. Just like Rose and her white man, they pretended. Because that's all y'all got is pretend. Even when you go for these people, you pretend because you want someone to care. No one cares. We got our own lives and our own problems. We don't give a shit. If you want to waste your time to make the internet think that you got some successful white man and it all comes out in the wash anyway, have at it. Have at it. It will all come out and nobody cares. No one cares. You just look like fucking fools. That's it. Miserable, lying, hating assholes. You can't even get a real white man for the most part. There's two that came off of what show is that? The one on Netflix, child. With Nick Lachey and his wife. And Cameron is the man, and the black girl, I forget her name. I think they just had a baby. They're one of the very few, as far as I remember, interracial couples that really made it. And they're still together from what I understand. So shout out to them. That has nothing to do with the fact that she's black and he's white. It just has to do with that they were both very nice people. And I understand and see how they got together. And hopefully it's all still going to continue to work out for them. I'm pretty sure she don't have to lie. Other hating hoes, all they got is lying to make it look, to create a facade, which is typically what happens. Creating a facade so that someone can be jealous. The only people that be watching and be jealous is other hating hoes that want the same thing. The only person that would be jealous of that shit are hating hoes who want the same damn thing. And if you bring those women around your kid, around your husband, good luck to ya. Good luck to ya. Hit the like button. Shout out to CIP in the building. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Skinny said Gary Owens cheated on his black wife. Did he? And I didn't see him get dragged. He got another black woman pregnant after his wife divorced. I think he just got married. Shout out to white Gary Owens. Taking down one black woman at a time. And y'all willingly doing it. No shade against Gary Owens at all. Yes, Whoopi Goldberg had the nerve and the audacity to go date Ted Danson after he did his blackface. That's the dude that was in Cheers. And Whoopi didn't seem to mind that racism, but she's all got a problem with Donald damn Trump. Make it make sense. Oh, so y'all just pick and choose which racism bothers y'all. Woo, Lord help your people.
And then you'll get mad if non-black people would be saying the same thing about black people. About black people dying. So contradictory. So contradictory. And then just asking, did Kobe like dark-skinned women? Why didn't y'all ask him these things first before he died? See, the bottom line is this. Don't get mad because you ain't getting what you want or you ain't seeing the things that you want to see. Why don't you make it happen? Or in this case, who gives a damn about who he was with?
Who gives a damn?
Black women would get with a man of another race. You don't see the black man acting all stupid. I see it all the time on my job. When I go out in places and stuff, me and my wife, we go places. I see it all the time. I don't say shit. I don't have no.
So she participated in that mess and has the nerve and the audacity to talk about Donald Trump being racist. The audacity.
No comments. I don't say anything. That's their business. They chose to go be with whoever for whatever reason. Like I said, there was a mutual connection between Kobe and I don't know his wife's name. There was a connection between them two about Kobe and her not getting along with their parents. They brought them closer together. Instead of y'all doing all this, why don't y'all look things up on why they were together?
What? He talking about do some real research and look into something? Nah, if the blog say it or TikTok say it, then it must be true.
I think I knew that. They talked about it so much. They openly talked about it. So to all four of y'all ladies, I think the one on the bottom left,
ABCD.
Rashida, if I said that right, Marie Strober.
Evelyn Jr. is ABCD.
Did Kobe like dark-skinned women? Why don't you ask him? Why didn't you ask him? He was on this earth for what? How was Kobe when he died? I want to say he was like
41.
35, I think, 40. No, I don't think it was 40. Something like he was somewhere around there when he died. I don't know exactly how old he was, but he was on this earth for a long time. Why didn't you ask him? Before he passed, social media was out. You could have sent him a tweet or Facebook message or whatever and say, Kobe, do you like dark-skinned women? You could ask him. Or go to a Laker game and ask him. I mean, come on, man. The man played for the Lakers, the one team for 20 years. Y'all could have went to LA and asked him. Send him a message. I mean, the weird thing about all of this is, first of all, I was never a Kobe Bryant fan because my uncle, who is Ron Harper, played for the Lakers, played for the Clippers and the Bulls, told me what kind of person he felt Kobe Bryant was. Of course, I'm getting one side of the story, so I know I can admit that. So it's going to make me think certain things. So But I didn't care about his relationship. I didn't care about his money. I didn't care about his lifestyle. I didn't care about what he was buying, what he was doing. That's his business, his life. And the same goes for women. If y'all got that kind of money, like Oprah Winfrey, when she buying people cars and, that one time, all her studio audience cars and stuff, I didn't care. Don't give a damn. You see what I'm saying? I don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with me. If I want it, I go buy it my damn self.
Absolutely. They don't understand that. I might use this. Hold on, let me get it. Since they both used it, I might use it. We'll see. For my cover, I might change it. Let me go over here to this other one because I'm not trying to be here all night. It's already been an hour and a half. Time flies when you're having fun. So here's Donovan Sharp again on this channel called Daily Dating Wisdom. Why are Black women celebrating the death of NBA legend Kobe Bryant from 6 years ago? Yeah.
Kobe being Bryant. Kobe was killed in a helicopter crash that took the lives of 8 other people, including his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, yesterday morning in Calabasas, California, just outside of Los Angeles. One of the greatest players in NBA history, one of the greatest Lakers, one of the greatest players in that franchise's history. He had a Hall of Fame career, and he appeared to be transitioning seamlessly from basketball to retirement, being involved with, television, investments, various projects. He won an Academy Award for his contribution on, I believe it was a short film called Dear Basketball. I'm not sure if that was animated or not. Don't quote me on that. But he's a man, guys. He is a man who had it all. And it is utterly shocking that Kobe is dead at the age of 41. I remember hearing about him when I was in high school, as a high school senior. Kobe and I are the same age. I remember when people speculated that he might go pro right out of high school, which was really unheard of back in the mid-90s. I mean, back in the mid-90s, it was highly uncommon that players jumped from high school to the NBA. Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant, now that I'm thinking of it, they were actually the first 2 players to get drafted right out of high school in almost 20 years. I think Daryl Dawkins.
Shout out to Kevin Garnett.
Before Kevin Garnett, I think that Daryl Dawkins was the last
Yeah, he dark. One of my faves,
player to be drafted right out of high school into the NBA. That was back in 1975. Now, of course, KG and Kobe, they paved the way for guys like Tracy McGrady, Jermaine O'Neal, and of course, the floodgates opened after that because they all went on to have great careers. Anyway, Kobe leaves behind his wife, Vanessa, and his 3 daughters, Natalia, Capri, and Bianca. There's obviously been an outpouring of support from around the world, from guys like Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, baseball players.
Now, wait a damn minute. Did he just say Donald? Shout out to Blue Jay. Did he just say Donald Trump? What? I know you effing lying. There is no way that racist had something to say about Kobe Bryant.
Football players, celebrities, everyone and anyone has expressed their grief and sympathy for the Bryant family, and then of course the other families who of course were involved in the crash, right? But there is one group of individuals who are not quite as grief-stricken about the death of Kobe Bryant. One group of individuals who aren't saddened by this tragic death of a legend. One group of individuals who actually seem to be happy that Kobe Bryant left us much too soon. They are happy that Kobe Bryant died young in the prime of his life, and that group of people are American Black females.
Oh no, not the ones that's trying to say that people shouldn't be talking about Ashlee Janae Robinson. What?
American women. The outpouring of support for Kobe has been met with vitriol. It's been met with hate. It's been met with downright disrespect. As Black women around this country, not all of them, okay, but definitely enough to be getting our attention, they're actually celebrating Kobe's death. And there is one reason, and one reason only. They are celebrating the death of a man, a husband, and a father. And that reason is that Kobe Bryant was married to a non-Black woman, Vanessa Bryant. That's it. That's the only reason.
Because he was also a man, a Black man at that, and a father and a husband. Those are just things that these hating hoes don't know nothing about. Let's be honest.
Their social media, their videos all point out other sort of ancillary reasons as to why they're glad that Kobe Bryant is dead. But what it always comes back to is that Kobe, being Bryant, was not married to a Black woman. And this is why they're not mourning his death, but actually celebrating it. Now, I'm not going to answer these tweets or these Facebook postings or these YouTube videos right now. I'm going to be doing that shortly. But I'm most certainly not going to do it here. My channel is eventually going to be taken down. It's not a matter of if, but it is a matter of when. That doesn't mean I'm just going to hasten my departure. Right? Like, I built my streaming platform so that I can...
All right. Shanikia Pennington. His ass ain't the first ninja to die and won't be the last in your feelings, little biatches. F you and your whole life and D-sucking family. Let me go ahead and change this up. Her ass ain't the first biatch to die and won't be the last in your feelings over some biatch from over in Africa. F her and her whole life and her D-essing family. Should be no problem with that, right?
Speak freely without being concerned about my channel or my page or pages being taken down, being put in timeout, what have you. But in the meantime, I'm going to do what I have to do to stay on YouTube for as long as possible so I can reach as many men as I can for mourning Kobe's death. Let's look at another one. Diana Langford.
Exactly. He was raised by two well-educated black parents and he married a effing domestic. Yes, I said it. Wow, that sounds pretty racist. You mean the same domestics that you're fighting to stay here that are here illegally now, 92%? You mean to tell me that you over here hating on the allegedly the same group of people that y'all are now fighting to stay here? Make that make sense. What are we talking about? I mean, Ashlee was raised by two well-educated black parents and she married a effing white man. Yes, I said it. She married, oh no, she didn't marry. She was engaged to a white man. What about that?
Says he was raised by two well-educated black parents and he married an effing domestic. Yes, I said it. Diana, looks like Lexi Ice jumped into the conversation. She says that white girl he raped put a hex on his ass. And Diana Langford says that was a bit.
So y'all can be out here talking about something that was never proven, that Kobe allegedly raped that girl. Okay. But if somebody says, well, you know what? Ashlee's tweets actually say that she didn't particularly care for black men. And her tweets also said that she preferred white men. Y'all ain't got no problem with that? But she did, whether you like it or not. And she also, based off of what was said in that article, that she booked that daggone hotel, probably because she the one that was running the shit, like typically happens that black women who get with white men, really, the white men really ain't got no money. Y'all just be on this bitch lying. Except for that one lady that we watched during Hardwig Soft Life that lived in that mansion. And all them women was trying to follow that woman. They was begging to find a white man. Remember when they started talking about, oh, we're going to put on a hard wig and go out and find a white man? Looking crazy, like crazy, in order to find a white man because they thought they was about to live in that castle. Child, please.
Big odd built B word. Probably talking about the girl out in Eagle, Colorado. Fatu Diarra says yes, and now we must be reminded with all the media attention on his wife how self-loathing and stupid kings are that they never ever choose their own black women when they are wealthy.
Oh, let me rephrase that for ya. Hold on. Yes, and now we must be reminded with all this media attention on how Ashlee, what's her name? Ashlee Janae Robinson, how self-loathing and stupid her man was, and that she never chooses black when she is wealthy. Black women never choose black when they are wealthy. Who is it again? It's Cam, allegedly black, Kantanji, Sabrina, Venus, what y'all say, Eartha Kitt, Tyler Perry at this point. Forget all them, right? Forget all them. Hell, Don Lemon. Lest we not forget Donnie. Go home to the white man. But that's okay. As long as all his wealth goes to the white people, y'all are happy. But then y'all gonna turn around talking about racism, white supremacy, discrimination. Child, if y'all don't get out my face, not y'all, you know what I'm saying.
Here's another one, Kiki De La Rosa, which is odd because Kiki De La Rosa is obviously not black. A name like Kiki De La Rosa.
Obviously, but y'all will allow some racism as long as it's supportive, which is why y'all don't have a problem with Torre saying that white people can call black people the N-word hard ER. Y'all not outraged about that. Y'all ain't got no problem with none of that. And lots of these black women ain't much to look at either. I don't understand the worship. I really don't. And especially while not simultaneously supporting that you have to be absolutely gorgeous as a DS. I don't know what that means. Black woman, if his features are so one child, I don't even understand this sentence. I can't redo it. As the woman yours should be praised and sought after more. Well, as the black man, they should be praised and sought after more. How about that? How come Ashlee Robinson didn't see after a black man and give her money to him so that could be inherited to them? Why not that? I mean, you're going to allow this Latina, Hispanic, allegedly, to say all this mess, and y'all support this racism when it's convenient for you. That's why you keep losing. You hating hoes. You're so educated and so stupid at the same time. How does that work? Shout out to dummism. Shout out to dummism.
I guess she is Hispanic. I don't know. Maybe she's a Boniqua. Bonica, for those of you guys who are not familiar with that particular term, it is a Hispanic woman who also is black. So when
She ain't black.
blacks and Hispanics get together and have babies, and when
Her name is Kiki De La Rosa. I mean, it could be the wrong name, but I'm saying she ain't black.
they have daughters, those are called Boniquas. It appears Kiki De La Rosa might fall into that category. She says, and lots of these black men ain't much to look at either. I don't understand the worship. I really don't. And especially while not simultaneously insisting that you have to be absolutely gorgeous as a DS.
Oh, by the way, Kiki De La Rosa, Vanessa was, is, and always will be gorgeous. Hating hoes gonna hate. You cannot sit up here and act like that woman is not beautiful, and she don't have to have spiders makeup and weave. She don't have to have baby hairs plastered to her head, down the side of her face. She don't have to have orange, blue, purple hair. She don't have to have a ring in her nose, a ring in her lip, a ring in her tongue, a ring in her ear, a ring in her cheek, a ring in her neck, a ring in her chest, a ring on her eyebrow. She don't have to do all that for attention. She can just be and sit in her femininity, raise her children, spend all of Kobe's money, and sit up there and wait her life out being richer than rich that you will ever see. Shout out to Kobe Bryant for taking care of his family, his wife, those 4 letters that y'all seemingly will never know, his wife and children.
I don't know what that means. BW, if his features are so wonderful. As the woman, yours should be praised and sought after more. Again, I'm not going to comment on these. I'm not going to give my opinions. I'm not going to give my thoughts. I'm going to do that when I'm safely on my own platform. Diana Langford has more to say here. She says, see, and now an effing Mexican is going to get all his black ass dollars and abscond with them to the Mexican community. Ugh, what a waste.
Is that racist, y'all? Is that racist? So see, and now a effing Mexican is going to get all his black ass dollars and abscond with them to the Mexican community. Ugh, what a waste. Diane Langford. But y'all here in 2026, because I'm sure she's included, are fighting to keep illegals here. Make it make sense. Are they absconding or do you like them? Do you have a problem with them or do you not have a problem with them? So it just depends on your mood. So now you're mad about Kobe. So now they got to be Mexicans absconding. But now today you're fighting for illegals to stay. And obviously, I'm not saying that Vanessa is illegal. So now you're fighting for the Mexicans to stay. And who are they going to hurt at the end of the day? They're going to hurt the community, because y'all don't like to listen. You listen to the wrong people to your own detriment. Same old shit, different daggone day, child. We support it. I support it. Let me speak for myself. I support it. Showing y'all's racism over and over again. And the thing is that if something should go wrong with any of these people and they come back and look at these tweets like we looking at for Ashlee Janae Robinson, then they will be like, but I was young. You don't know. Oh, no. Your racism is showing through. And child, from that photo, you ain't young.
Here's another one. Jacqueline Ambrose Knight says, do you people forget that Kobe Bryant was a rapist and a sexual sadist who abused and choked children? He wasn't anyone's hero. Okay, he died, she says. That's sad, but he publicly got away with raping a woman. He destroyed her both publicly and privately and went on about his life. His karma was to go down in one of his favorite toys at a great time in his life. Bye-bye.
Wow. So now he was straight up a rapist and a sadist. I don't even know what the hell that is. He allegedly abused and choked women. I've never heard that before. Just mad that it wasn't you, I guess. Allegedly, maybe as a actual partner, not as in the crime. Okay. We don't know nothing about the stuff with what she said. I don't, so I'm not going to repeat that part. But from he wasn't anyone's hero, Ashlee wasn't anyone's hero. Okay, she died. That's sad, but publicly she was out here berating black men and probably men in general. Oh, except for white men. She was definitely praising white men. And she destroyed her self with her tweets. We just reading them. And then went on about her life. Well, not now. So her karma was to go down in one of her favorite places with her favorite man who wasn't even there to help and not trying to help. And, bye-bye. I mean, it works both ways, yeah. These hating hoes won't realize that. But it works both ways. If you can say it, then I don't understand why you mad that anybody's talking about somebody else who died and is on up out of here. All of a sudden, it's always because somebody is a black woman, but when it's a black man, you have no respect and then wonder why you have problems with them, why you can't have relationships. Go divest. Go carry on. And make sure that you are vetting people, even though I know you won't, and then end up with some of these crazy ass stories that we have seen. Then you got out here saying stupid shit like, but black men delete us too. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Whatever works for you, Chad.
So she seems to really take the lead. Like, she is excited that Kobe Bryant not only died, but that he died a horrible death in the prime of his life. She seems to be relishing in that.
Oh, somebody in the chat said that DS means dark skin. We learn something new every day.
Let's take a look at another one. Lolo Americana says, please, black women, do not mourn over a black man.
Child, another Hispanic.
And who won't be leaving his legacy and wealth behind to a black wife or children. That man's death, life, legacy, and wealth does not benefit you financially or spiritually. Stop crying over men and begging for the affection of men who never wanted you. In the peak of their success, they ain't buying us mansions and Birkins. I don't know what those are. So why even give an bleep about their death, existence?
Oh, I think we read that one.
Or anything of that matter. It should be for that matter, obviously. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at just over 1,000 people watching. Episode number 552 of TSR Live. For those of you guys who are not familiar with my show, I'm going to be moving over to Sharp Stream very, very soon. Again, you guys know that I have my own streaming platform. It's called, and I can speak to you now. Oh, who this woman is. I don't know where she came from. Williams had on his Facebook feed. That's the one that I'm going to break down on the other side on the video, full of conversational. And here we go.
Has passed away in a helicopter crash. First, to be honest, I didn't think it was real. I was like, is this real or is this just another rumor that's going around? And then after looking into it more, I'm like, okay, this is real. It's on television, or we're supposed to think it's real at least. So, but no, I do think it's real. And so, it's interesting because I do see a lot of black women who are, again, with this like faux sympathy, like it's just so easy to get black women emotionally worked up over stuff. So, oh, Kobe, oh, this or that. And I'm just thinking like, he really didn't give a fuck about black women. So I was actually kind of surprised that, there was all these posts flying up.
I don't give a fuck about black women. How about that? Rest in peace to Kobe. Because this is the insanity right here. Because this is the exact reason, because this insanity right here. How the hell do you know who he gave a damn about? You don't know who the hell he gave a damn about, but you're too busy pocket watching all the time. This is proof positive, like I always say, that these people would take whatever it is that they think that you may have, women, if you allow these people to come in your space. Your husband, your home, everything, and be in there happily looking at you out the window. Shout out to Portia. Did the exact same thing. But this alleged allegiance to black women is supposed to be something. It ain't nothing, because they will take whatever it is that they want. Period. Child.
On social media and whatever. And I do think it's...
And this is more of that they think they can tell somebody what to do. If y'all don't kiss my ass again.
Quite interesting. But again, it's easy, like I said, to tap into the emotions of so-called black American women in particular. Now, I took a few notes on this because the thing is, I've been telling you guys since I've been on social.
She took a few notes about Kobe's death, child. Oh, my wrong thing. My bad. She took notes on Kobe's death, child. Lord help your people. I will mourn whoever the hell I want to. And I will talk about whoever the hell I want to up here on this damn YouTube. Because if Google's okay with it, then that's all that fucking matters. So let's make sure tomorrow, maybe I'll take some notes. I won't be able to do a show tomorrow. I got to go to the dentist, but maybe I'll do a lunch show. I'm gonna make sure I get some notes, depending on what her notes are, and combat the notes tomorrow, depending on what this fool was about to say.
Social media. So that's probably been it's 2020 now. So it's been about 6 years that I've been saying things are going to escalate, things are going to get worse. Nobody is exempt from just the vengeance that the Dark Mother in particular brings upon people. If you live your life and carry out your life in a certain way to get certain things in return, then you're going to get it. And these days you're going to get it quick. There's no waiting period any longer for the bullshit that people receive due to the things that they do and, just acts that they carry out. So I wrote a few notes here, and like I said, I think it's interesting how people are quick to mourn celebrities just based on the fact that they're on national television or international television. And it's like nobody. The all damn dacity. Child. Shout out to Daniel Cunningham. This is crazy. Nobody really looks at the things that the people do. It's just all like, oh, this person was a celebrity and, they dribbled a ball well. So, I feel so bad about just
now hating on the talent because you have none. Now hating on the success because you have none. Now hate on the adoration that the man had because you have none. It's just pure and utter angry black woman hate. Typical, same old shit, different damn day.
what happened and yada yada yada. And my thing is, a lot of people are just wasting time with this faux sympathy type of thing. And I think it's all bullshit. I think a lot of people are supposed to know RP. Not everybody, but I do think a good number of people are like, it's all bullshit to me. Now, another thing that I wanted to stress was, because this is the stuff that people don't think about. This is the stuff that people want to sweep under the rug. People like sweeping bullshit under the rug, especially in the United States of America. So my thing is, this man was accused of rape back in 2003. Okay, anally raping.
Accused.
A woman who worked at a girl, I think she was 19, who worked at a hotel. So I'm like, and of course, these celebrities have enough money to pay people off and, to get stuff taken off their.
Again, about money. So you mad because you wouldn't be able to get no money? That's why this is really a thing, because of all of his money. They ain't gonna be able to get none. Okay.
Records and whatever else and all this type of stuff. But the whole point is that shit happened. And, but if you. Oh,
she's saying that it happened because she knows, just like the friend that was saying that she knows that the white man had nothing to do with Ashlee's situation, I'll call it.
Have money, you can, let's just sweep it under the rug, and let's just, if you're a celebrity, they're, they dribble the ball well. So what else, whatever other things they do, we don't give a fuck, right? People take, dignity and things of that nature out of the equation when it comes to celebrities. It's like they put these celebrities on this.
The all damn audacity. As many people as these damn people look up to, and Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, until she became a Republican, basically. And the list goes on and on and on. But who cares about none of that, right? It doesn't matter. It's just everyone else. Because it's Kobe, and I'm mad that I don't get any of his money because I'm a loser. Because I'm angry. I'm an angry black woman. That's all I'll ever be, is an angry black woman. I can't imagine why no one wants me. I can't imagine why when black women are at the bottom of everything. I cannot imagine the reason why.
God status, so they can do nothing wrong, basically. So it's quite interesting that a lot of women I've seen, a lot of women who especially talk about, just how the rates at which women are being raped and abused and things like that, but they're over here talking about R.I.P. Kobe. So
and yet right now y'all are fighting to keep asylum seekers here, and 99.9% of the people that they take on up out of here, they attack or whatever they do, are women and children, females. Y'all don't seem to care about that. Y'all don't seem to care about that. What happened to that? Because y'all really don't care about women. You just want to cause dissension because you're mad because you're a loser, and you'll never have an nth of the amount of money that Kobe had. Shout out to Vanessa, that's living her best life, not worrying about any of you hating ass angry hoes.
It's just interesting, the hypocrisy that I see from certain.
Speaking of hypocrisy, y'all are the top of the freaking list, because now everybody's supposed to have some empathy and sympathy for Ashlee Janae Robinson while you sit up here and dog Kobe.
Individuals. And, he was obviously married. He had over 100 affairs. So that's another thing.
So where'd she get that from? Now all of a sudden, like, Kobe had over 100 affairs, but just say that he did. A basketball player that was messing around. Wow, that never happens.
He definitely, regarding the spiritual and the natural aspect of it, he did not understand the first law of nature, which is the law of self-preservation. And we can see that.
Now he didn't understand the law of self-preservation. Child, what the hell is she talking about? Just saying shit. Child, these people just love hearing themselves talk. That's part of the problem too, y'all. I've come to the conclusion that these people just like hearing their voice. It has to be. Was this before Twitter? I mean, not Twitter. This is before TikTok became popular. It was. Because, child, she probably spewing over there on damn TikTok now.
That by looking at his family, I wouldn't really say he was an ally of indigenous women, of so-called black women in particular. And, these are most of the women that I see online expressing the sympathy for him. So it's quite interesting.
It's quite interesting that you bothering with somebody that you didn't like, but you doing a dissertation on the shit. That's quite interesting and crazy and dumbish.
Another thing, he was known to make colorist statements, like he did make a statement to one athlete where he was like, you go to the hole like a light-skinned dude or whatever, kind of like a mocking type of thing. So that's quite interesting, especially being that.
She really is pulling some shit out of her ass, ain't she? The hate is real. Shout out to you, Sassy Straights. The hate is real.
well, you're with a light-skinned, woman or whatever. So why are you making cracks and jokes about light-skinned guys? So the colorism thing, and that's again, hypocrisy on his end. And then, speaking on those things, we right now, and this is what I've said as well multiple times, we're in a time of rising feminine energy. And so the aspect of
rising feminine energy and still losing 6 years later and still losing
energy that we are seeing take place and that's being executed on this planet right now is the dark aspect. It's the aspect of the dark mother. And so
the aspect of the dark mother, child, what the fuck is she talking about?
You're going to see a lot of crazy, disturbing, vile things being put out in the open for everyone to see, because it has to be put out in the open first. So that is something that is currently taking place. Okay, this is part of that, and the reason why is because the dark mother is not looking at, and this is the name that
okay, child, I'm not about to sit here and listen to the dark mother, because you're not gonna put no heebie-jeebie shit up in oh, she talked that long, Donovan? You let her talk that long? I'm not F this biatch and all you biatches that think that you can tell somebody what to do, and where you're expecting some empathy and sympathy where you're not able to give any, especially when you're just chaotic and miserable, because that's exactly what it is. Just because you can't get what Vanessa has. Shout out to Vanessa again. Shout out to Vanessa for being a good wife and a good woman. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Why did O'Shea just put out a video? We about to watch it, y'all. I guess I spoke Rose up, child. Because O'Shea just did a video. Look at this. I bet they love this, huh? Oh, y'all love this, don't you? You ain't ever gonna have this shit either. Like somebody said in one of their videos, I forget who. So you sassy straights gotta be in shape, you gotta be tall, you gotta have a flat stomach, you gotta have muscles, but the white men can be whatever it is and they'll accept it and take it. Then that biatch gonna talk about hypocrites and hypocrisy? Woo! Lord help your people. Let's hear it. It says, it's from the Celebrity Junk. It says, she didn't learn from Ashlee Janae, so this happened. Oh, O'Shea.
Now you guys have heard of the Queen of Kings YouTube channel. It's with Brett and Rose Miller. This is an interracial couple that I believe now lives in Hawaii. I'm not sure. And they're controversial, okay? If you look at this live here, just a few days ago, she actually made a live saying, I hate how horrible black women can be towards each other. This is interesting for a black woman who is married to a white man. Rose Miller has discussed black men and talked about them pretty bad as to why she had to get a white man, why she isn't interested in dating black men ever again, which is crazy because, I mean, she's disrespectful as I don't know what. She would come out and insult black women, and she would actually put her white husband, Bryn Mawr, into it.
So Queen of Kings, Rose Miller, had a lot to say about how her white husband doesn't like black women, doesn't like their attitude, doesn't like their behavior, and pretty much how they're sick of black.
Nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. Sorry, John. I think I missed your a super chat. Thank you, boo. He said Tara Reid accused Joe Biden of raping her in '93, but black women like her still voted for him at a rate of 90%. And lest we not forget about the crime bill, because these people make no sense whatsoever. Just angry black women all over creation.
Women, including her, who was a black woman.
Husband, seeing the behavior of black women, he's like, baby, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to get no nasty taste in my mouth towards a group of people, but like, it's hard not to out because some weird ghetto black bitch that I don't know would think that I personally know these women.
Well, sweetheart, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but if your husband don't like black women, you're not an exception. The thing is, you just haven't challenged him enough. You haven't challenged his worldview. Now, they already said that he was knocking your head up against the wall, right? But understand, this was a quick check to see if you had that self-hatred that he's looking for. Babe, he hates you. This is why he got you doing OnlyFans. Any man who love you, he ain't about to have you out here doing OnlyFans.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't be doing OnlyFans regardless of if anybody was trying to get me to do OnlyFans, because I just wouldn't do it. So let's not act like she's a victim. Y'all already know that a black woman ain't gonna do nothing they don't want to do. So she wants to do it, because ain't no way. Child, please.
That man hates you. Wasn't you the one paying all the bills for him? You're his meal ticket. You're the sugar mama.
So this is really damaging. She's saying that her husband is talking about how ghetto these black women are. Remember, this is the same husband that, as the young brother,
that's okay. I support him. He right. He ain't telling no lies. Go ahead, white man. Don't get mad at the white man now. Y'all love the white man. Y'all making excuses for what's his name. Not saying that we know that he did anything. Y'all absolving him, and you made all this Ashlee Janae stuff about black men. Child, I support it. You go, white man. You go, boyfriend.
Said has her own OnlyFans. They are clapping, doing all kind of stuff. But I want her to realize this.
Black person being a blood sacrifice, that's a part of their religion, you see? And there's verifiable of individuals associated with these extremist groups, like the Proud Boys and others, when, again, date women. This is not conjecture. So we got to start looking at how these people operate. Y'all remember up in the Bay, that white supremacist dude killed that sister on the subway up there. He went and changed clothes, and he changed into a very particular outfit. It was like tan pants and black shoes with white laces. That's some Aryan shit. A lot of folks don't know that, and I pointed that out. I was kind of putting the dots together because I've been studying these white supremacist groups. I know what their little tattoos are about. I know how they put on certain outfits, black sneakers with white laces. That sends a message. That means white over black. It's some real deep shit. Amber Geiger's, you remember her, who unalive Both and John, her brother.
This excerpt, like I said, it was really, really powerful from Brother Tariq Nasheed. This actually had a lot to do with Ashlee Janae. And if you think about Ashlee Janae, her hatred was towards, or hateful comments were towards black men. I honestly don't believe that she hated black men, but, you know, she did say that she wanted light-skinned babies, she wanted mixed kids, she wanted stuff like that, right? I mean, that was obvious. But at the same time, because you fetishize the white man and you talk down on black men, that doesn't mean that these white men take you seriously. And this was some of the problems that I used to have in my earlier Black Manosphere days. Like, I really, really liked the Black Manosphere community when I was a part of it. And it was, you know, it was really exciting. The brothers brought out a whole lot of points. One of the disagreeing things that I disliked was when sometimes we would have brothers and they would call some non-black women, you know, do interviews, and they would basically complain about black women to somebody that was not black. Now, I think that if it was something that we were talking about together, that was one thing, but to just, you know, talk about it with just pearly things or talk about it with somebody white about the black community's issues, trying to gain favor as if you are the good black, because, you know, there's this Chris Rock saying that, you know, you got the blacks and you got the N-words. And the reality is that, you know, there is no good blacks to most whites that feel that way. Either you are the problem or you're not, right? And we see that a lot of times when blacks were moving into white neighborhoods, it didn't matter if they were educated blacks, it didn't matter if they were low-class blacks. At a certain point, whites would just move out because they understood, or what they thought would happen to the neighborhood, that it would go down in value. And so now you have people like Rose Miller, and then you have Ashlee Janae, and the price that you gotta pay to have this white person in your life is that you gotta down black people. In the case of Rose Miller, you have a white man who is not even, in your own words, top tier. You've exposed him for being broke, you've called the cops on him, you said he's a deadbeat dad, he don't take care of his kids. I mean, these are some of the things that she has said herself, okay? This is not me saying it, these are the things that she said about this guy, okay? Literally, this is what she—
They don't hear that part, O'Shea. They, for some reason, they can't hear that part. I said the same thing. We ain't saying nothing except repeating what the hell she said, and these angry black women is angry and black. Like, what the hell? But y'all can be out here saying all this mess about Kobe and bring black men into this, but I don't hear none of the disparaging comments about the fiance who's disappeared, who didn't put up a post, who didn't say anything, who didn't tell the parents, he didn't do anything, but y'all can absolve him. Now all of a sudden it's black man's fault. Child, live from New York, thank you, boo. He said, I remember this couple's story. She is abusive towards him. Allegedly, but yeah, but allegedly.
He said, then you turn back around and you have the unmitigated gall to insult black women. I mean, it was one thing when you were insulting black men, and that was crazy, right? And they were all, not all, but many of them were agreeing with you. Now you're saying that black women are ghetto. And if black women are ghetto, Rose Miller, what does that mean about you? I mean, you're on OnlyFans, you're clapping it up, you're loud, you're rude. I mean, you do everything that he says a stereotypical black lady does. If he's describing that behavior, he's talking about you. And see, a lot of times people want to feel special, and we all do. Nobody wants to not feel special in life. We all want to feel like, you know what? I'm different than everybody else. Ultimately,
child, that's a goofy ass looking picture that they took right here. And that one too, just goofy.
We all want to feel like, you know what? I'm different than everybody else. Ultimately, to somebody else, you are not as different as you believe. And I know that we want to be different. And you know what? You are different. Just not to the people you think you're different to, okay? Most black people are not going to be that different black person to the white folks you want to be around. Not like you think, okay? And this means if you are bringing extreme value to the table, I mean, you are the multiplier effect. If you're that kind of black person, it's possible. But even in that, it's still hardly not possible. And then you don't get any credit when you go out here.
Clearly, they don't have as much as what Ashlee Janae had, because there's no good editing and videos and things of that nature. These pictures don't look that great. So yeah, this mess is real.
Here, and you talk down on the black community, and I've learned that for myself. I used to talk to brothers all the time when I lived in Poland. I don't want to call the name of the countries where the brothers was from, but I would run into these, black brothers from Africa, and they was cool. They was really good brothers. But I noticed that they had a lot of disdain for their country. Okay, and again, this is no different than us having disdain from, let me say, for the black community or like for Del Paso Heights. But when you come to another country, another place, you kind of don't get far as you think when you go out and you tell somebody how much you hate where you're from, okay? This is what you don't get. And I know a lot of folks believe that, but it's not the case. And I would see these black men, these African brothers, they would complain about their country, and they would do it in front of me. Now, we're in the diaspora. Now, if you want to talk about the country in front of me, that's fine, because we have similar problems. But the mistake that they would make is they would go and say the same thing to Polish women. They would talk about how women in their country only wanted their money. They didn't want to do any real work. They didn't want to do X, Y, and Z. This is what they would say. Now, the problem is it put those women in very precarious situations because, number one, they just like the men for them initially, right? Okay, so, I like you for you. But now you keep talking on, these people. And what happened was they probably wanted to get to know your culture, your community. It's like, oh, what's going on in your part of Africa? I want to go there. And then you would tell them how bad it was and how bad the women are. And so what happens is they start to get a negative aspect of your community. So instead of them, having to respect your community, they don't. Then they start to disrespect you, okay? This is what people don't understand. They literally start to disrespect you. So when they start disrespecting you, they start to bring it up in conversation. So, whenever a disagreement would happen, they just come out and start talking about, how they dislike you. Why don't you go back to your country? You're here in Poland. You don't have a green card. You got all these potholes. And then so the guys would come back, whenever we would, hang out in the diaspora, they would complain about the racism, that their girlfriends was having. Oh, she's racist. She's throwing it in my face about our community. And, I would bring it back. I said, well, listen, man, this is something that I talked to you about, that, you would not be able, that you should not do this. This was not a good idea.
All right, that's enough. I don't want to hear all this. No offense, but that's enough. So at the end of the day, it's another one that's full of sugar honey iced tea, basically. We brought her up and there she came. Losers! Child, y'all here on OF with a whole ass husband. That man don't give a damn about you. They don't care. They don't give a damn. It's supposed to be a flex to have a whole white man. But, whatever. The deranged will derange. That's all I got to say about that. Shout out to O'Shea for the video, but that's enough. Anyway, it's been 2 hours. I got to go to bed. I'm sorry. What is it? A little bit after 8. That was enough. I got a video coming out. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I have it come out tomorrow and then try to do a lunch show, see what's going on. Y'all, make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. Shout out to all of y'all that came on this last minute stream. I appreciate you. Shout out to those that donated. I appreciate you. Have the notifications on. You never know when I'm going to pop up. Shout out to all of y'all. I see you all in the next one.